Cranking up your English. Understanding. Crank up the volume. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of English phrases and idioms. Today, we're going to explore a very common and lively phrase, crank up the volume. This phrase is not just about sound. It's a perfect example of how English language can be vibrant and full of action. So, let's get the volume of our learning up and understand what this phrase really means and how you can use it in your everyday conversations. Crank up the volume is a phrase that vividly describes the action of increasing the volume of a sound source, usually to a much higher level. Originally, the term crank referred to a tool used to turn or rotate something with circular motion. In the past, many machines, including gramophones and early car engines, were operated using a crank. When you crank up something, you are literally or figuratively turning it up or increasing its intensity. But in today's language, this phrase has taken on a broader meaning. It's not just about turning the dial on a radio or pushing a button on a remote. It symbolizes amplifying the experience, making something louder, more noticeable, or more intense. Whether it's a party that needs more energy or a moment that requires more attention, when you crank up the volume, you're making things more vibrant. Now that you know what crank up the volume means, let's see how to use it in sentences. This will help you incorporate it into your daily English conversations seamlessly. 1. At a party, the party was getting a bit dull, so we decided to crank up the volume and dance. 2. In personal motivation, I need to crank up the volume on my workout sessions if I want to achieve my fitness goals faster. 3. In business or creativity, we need to crank up the volume on our marketing strategies to capture the audience's attention. Notice how in each example, the phrase can be applied to different situations, not just literally increasing sound volume but also metaphorically boosting the intensity or focus of an activity. English is rich in its variations, and crank up the volume is no exception. You might also hear turn up the volume, a more common and straightforward way to say increase the volume. Pump up the volume, similar to crank up the volume, with an emphasis on energizing or intensifying the atmosphere. These variations offer flexibility in how you express the idea of increasing intensity or focus, depending on the context and your personal preference. We hope this exploration of the phrase, crank up the volume, has not only boosted your understanding but also your enthusiasm for diving deeper into the English language. Remember, language is not just a tool for communication. It's a way to bring life and energy to our daily interactions. So, the next time you want to increase the intensity or energy of a moment, don't hesitate to say, let's crank up the volume. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting English learning content. See you in the next video.